Chaps, thanks for joining us. Alan, from your point of view, was that the perfect script today?
Well, undoubtedly. I think there were three perfect things about it. The most important was we've got 3 points. Secondly, John Salako's 2 goals. It was 3 years to the day. You reminded me that he'd done that injury against Leeds. And Ian Wright's goal for his 100th goal. And he's always going to score against us. I can't speak too highly from him, but he will do. Not only against us. So, if he scores against us normally, we lose. There's no argument about it.
But for you, Ian, mixed emotions.
Definitely. Obviously I'm pleased. I've still got a lot of deep feelings for Palace, contrary to what the supporters think. Unfortunately, we didn't get the result what I thought our second half performance maybe deserved. But the way Palace played in the first half, it was fantastic. The movement was good, the front men, and once they get in front, like the Palace of old I used to play for, we really battled, and they showed a good team spirit today.
Watching that first 45 minutes, Alan, no one would believe that you started the day second from bottom.
No, but we've played like that before, Martin. Manchester City away, we played like that. We played like that at Aston Villa. We've had a half in every game we've played where we played very well. But I've got a young side. We haven't got that little bit of nous sometimes. And if it doesn't quite go right for them, they get a bit disheartened. And what I thought was pleasing today, we scored the goals and that gave us the confidence. Then second half Arsenal were coming at us at great pace and we've had to defend well. But we've had a united group this week and I think it's paid off. But difficult place to come, when I used to come to Steve, we could never get a result here and Ian was used to being the side. I think we're a little bit in awe of them. And I think the chaps are in awe of Ian a little bit and that makes it difficult even before we've kicked a ball.
When you got your 100th goal, Ian, there was still, I think, 17 minutes to go. You must have thought the real recovery was on.
Oh, yeah, but when I woke up this morning, I looked in the mirror, this big, massive zit in the middle of my head. I knew maybe it weren't going to be my day. But, at the end of the day, you get what you deserve out of the game. And I think on our first half performance, we was all very disappointed with it. And that's not taking nothing away from Palace. They played very well in the first half. And although we scored and we really chased the game in the second half, maybe if we had won a game like that, on our first half performance like that, we would have said we'd deserved to have won. And I'm sure Palace would feel the same.
Alan, you'd love to have a striker who scored 100 goals in 3 years. It's a phenomenal achievement.
Yeah, but he is a bit special. That's the truth of it. And that's why, I'm always saying to Armstrong and Salako, he's a role model. The funny thing is, actually, when he doesn't score, he still brings other people into play. That's where he's a better player now than he was with us. It's not only he can score goals, but he's so good in build-up play and his movement. And today, I thought he created chances for his teammates. It just wasn't his goal. And I've seen it from Arsenal so many times. I'm a bit of an Arsenal, fanatic really because they're so organised and they defend so well. But he's got movement and he holds up for the ball. And it'd be interesting to see, not only is his scoring rate so high, but how many times he's brought other people into play to score goals. A lot more than you think, I bet.
Ian, what does it mean to you? But disregarding the result today, it is, as I say, it's a fantastic statistic in 3 years, 100 goals at this level.
I'm very pleased with it, but I couldn't take the whole accolade for myself. It's been a tremendous effort from our teammates. I'm not just saying it as a cliche, but they've worked very hard for me, like the typical setup what Paul Merson done for me the other day in the Nicosia game. They've done so well for me in that respect, and because I scored the goals, I think sometimes it's a bit unfair that I get the headlines where they say if I don't score, we're not going to win, and if Ian and I don't score, they don't do anything, and it's really unfair because I owe the majority of my goals to my teammates.
Final word on John Salako, who you both know very well. Alan, you've been almost like a father to him over the last 3 years in the lows after so many highs as a young player. For him today to be back in the headlines with 2 goals, it must be a great feeling for everyone with Crystal Palace.
Well, I think he's so easily underestimated. Sometimes you don't realise what a good article you've got till they're not there. And he's been with Crystal Palace a fair time now, and I think he's underestimated by the supporters sometimes. He's a genuinely nice guy as well. He's not a side to John. And I think it's so easy to take advantage of that. And he really is still an outstanding player. And he's only 25, I think people think he's been around a long time. But if he can continue to play like that, I'll be pleased. And I just hope the fans sort of realise what a good player he is. It's, as I say, it's easy when you have something that you have all the time to take it for granted.
It was a week after you left that John had the injury. And
yeah, I was devastated for him. He means a lot to me. Just like you could say, Alan's been like a father to him. I felt like a big brother to me and Mark. And when he got the injury, it was devastating for him, for me. And for him to come back like he has, people talk about Alan Shearer's attitude and commitment, you know, and you can't fault it. I think you have to put John in the same mould in the way he's come back, and you know he's back to his old self. And you know, I'm very pleased for him. I'm very proud of the way he's come back and the way he played today. You know, it's very pleasing.
It's a very sporting thing to end the interview on, in defeat. Thanks, Ian. Thanks, Alan.